yes, I'm a drug dealer. I am. And I was like, but I'm not hurting anyone. I was going to get Madison. I was going to get out of it. And then this happens. And I told her I did not have drugs on me when they pulled me over. So I leave from there. She's got temporary custody of Madison, and DFAX is involved at this point. So my husband at the time, he comes and he files an emergency custody hearing and tries to get custody of Madison, and they deny him because he hadn't been active in her life at this point. So my mom still has temporary custody, and she and I have a very strained relationship at this point because she knows, I'm embarrassed. I'm an embarrassment to her and the family, and she's in the court system and all this. And so, now I'm having to go there to see Madison, and it was a strain because of mine and my mom's relationship at the time. And, Madison, I was all she knew. And so at night when I would go there and I would lay there and she would just have she's 2, she would have her little hands on my face and she would just say, Mommy, I just want to go home with you. And I couldn't take her. Mm-hmm. There was nothing that I could have done to take her because this order was in place. And I would leave there and I would just go get so high that I didn't feel it because I didn't know what else to do. I was too deep at that point to just walk away. And when I go past him, he pulls out behind me. And I knew that my license were suspended because I had a speeding ticket that I forgot to pay. And so they had suspended my license. All I had to do was pay the speed ticket. So he pulls out behind me. And so I'm like, shit, my license. So I pull into my friend's mother's hair shop. It's at night. I pull in. The police officer goes down the road. I turn my car off. I turn my lights off. 5 minutes later, he comes back in. He pulls in behind me and he hits his lights. So he comes up to my window and he's like, license and registration, please. And I was like, why? And so he asked me again. We went back and forth and did that for a second because I knew that I had been sitting there long enough with my car off and my lights off that he had no probable cause to ask me. He knew that my license were suspended because the whole Rome City Police Department thing, they had been watching. Right. Lee knew, like there was all this stuff going on, right? So he says, I know that your license are suspended. Step out of the car. You're under arrest for suspended license. I know I don't have any drugs on me, so I am totally unbothered and unfazed. It's just an inconvenience at this point. Mm-hmm. I know I got enough cash in my pocket that when I get to the jail, I'm going to cash bond out for driving on suspended license. So he starts searching my car. And he's convinced he's going to find something. They're taking apart everything, like the speaker system, the amp. Like I had all these other like stereos in the back that weren't hooked up to anything like CD players. He's literally like sure he's going to find something. So earlier that day, there had been this big run-in that happened on a fraud case with this guy for like embezzlement in Rome, and he owned a sex shop. So the girl that was friends with him had called me and was like, girl, I got all these sex toys over here from the sex shop. Come get them. I'm just giving everything away. So I go over there and she sends me with these grocery bags full. Dildos, body butter, paint, body paint, all this stuff. So I have all that in the back of my car too. So he's having a field day searching through all my shit. So he picks that bag up and the bottom falls out. And dildos go everywhere on the ground. His face turns red. He's scrambling, like trying to pick them up. And I'm in the back of the cop car. Yeah, that's what you get. I'm talking all the shit. Because I know I don't have anything. So they don't find anything. We get to the jail and they ask him, what are you booking her for? And he says, possession of meth, possession with intent to distribute, pills not in original container, theft by services singular ghost phone, concealed tag, alter tag, no proof of insurance, and driving on a suspended license. And I said, what? And he said, and make sure you pull her prior because I don't want her to bat her pretty little blue eyes and get out of this one. I've become the dope man. So I have no interest in changing my life. I'm making all this money. It's like I was famous in my own little world. I would get high. I remember one night, I was always working on stuff because I hang around all guys and they were all geeked up and they all had trade skills. Like they were builders or they could lay tile or they could plumb or whatever it was. And so I literally learned how to do all of these trade skills because I'm high all the time around all these guys. So like we're out there one night, the internet goes out. And so I'm outside and I have this light on my head, you know, one of those flashlights. So I'm outside trying to fix the internet because I've learned some things about like wiring and stuff, right? So I'm out there, I'm tinkering with these wires, and my friend Matt is next to me, and he's like, oh my God. He was like, what if people like could sell drugs on eBay? And, you know, I'm down and I'm working, and it like dawns on me, and I have this light on, and I come up, my flashlight's beaming, it's dark outside, and I was like, yo, like wireless trafficking. Just dumb shit like that. Like just high shit. We were doing it all the time. But it was just fun in the beginning. It was fun. I'm on top of the bar dancing. I'm on top of the table dancing. Because when I'm in high school and we're doing these weekend parties in this girl's basement with her parents, that's what we were down there doing. Getting drunk and dirty dancing. Like that's what we did. So I know how to dance. Now I'm just doing it. And I would always do it in these like themed outfits. So I would be a sailor. I would be a police officer. And they just ate that up, you know? And so... And I'm geeked up out of my mind. So sometimes I would just be talking. You know, I'm just all over the place. So the first night I had made $700 off the day shift when I left. And I was like, oh, it's over with. I am doing this. So now I'm a dancer. So I have these friends of mine are keeping Madison at the time. And I end up moving us into this really nice apartment in Rome, like the highest end apartments you could move into in Rome. I'm driving back and forth to Atlanta to the strip club, dancing on the day shift. I've got these friends of mine that are watching Madison for me that are Dustin's sisters, actually. So that's like what my schedule is. So I'm making all this money in Atlanta. I'm dancing down there. You know, my life is going well. Well, the police officer, we're broken up.
Yeah, I was going to say, what happened to him?
We had broken up. I broke it off with him. Oh, now he's just so in love with me, and he wants, you know, to make things work. And it's because he couldn't have me anymore. Because, you know, you want what you can't have. So...
Does he know you're dancing?
He does, because I had told him. So he knows I'm dancing, and he shows up at the house one day and sees who I have at my house. I'm not there. I'm at work. I'm on my way actually to the club to go work. And so he calls my mom. I need money. So I do what I know I could go do and make money. I go to a strip club in Atlanta. So, and mind you, I'd never even been in a club before, ever. Not a topless bar, not nothing. And I'm like, well, I know that I can dance and I know that I look good. So... screw it. I'm going to go see if I can get hired in a strip club in Atlanta. So I drive to Atlanta and I go to the strip club and I walk to the door and I'm like, I need a job. And they're
Hired.
like, yes, basically hired me on the spot. So I started on the day shift the next day. I had to go buy like clothes. Like I went to this little dance store that was down the street. I bought the shoes, I bought the outfit, and I start on the day shift the next day. And the manager ordered a table dance from me. I didn't even know what that meant. I didn't know when I was supposed to get on the table and dance, or like, so the girls are like, no, that's basically a lap dance. And I was like, oh my God, I cannot give him a lap dance and have to like look in his face afterwards. Like, I can't do it. You know, I had never experienced that. You got to remember, yes, I had been in some drug crowds. Yes, I'd done some things, but I'm still from the church. I ended up going and spending the night one night with Justin at our manager's house. And I had been up for that point for like weeks. I hadn't slept. I wasn't eating. I mean, I would be at work sometimes and I would be putting dishes away in like the dish bin, and my hands would like draw up like this because I was so like malnourished, and I would like grab my hand to release it. And so it was like, still nobody knew. Still nobody noticed.